You know those things that are really difficult to learn, but then once you get it, they're extremely simple and you wonder, how did I ever not get that? Well, the Magic Item Recycler is one of those. I promise you it's simple. I'm gonna go over the Magic Item Recycler and every little nook and cranny about it. And by the end of this video, you'll have a pretty good idea. So sit back, grab yourself a beer and let's recycle. Alright guys, so here we are on Test Center. It's just going to be a lot easier to demonstrate and explain everything on Test Center, so here we are. Alright, so here we are in front of the Prevelia Merchant. This right here is where you're actually going to buy the Magic Item Recycler. You do that by left-clicking him, going to buy, then going all the way to MISC. On MISC here, you're going to go to page 2 and see Magic Item Recycler, 25 Prev coins. Or if I'd like to, I can use gold. Now gold's gonna cost 500,000 gold. If you guys didn't know, Prev coins go for anywhere from 10 to 14,000 gold per, give or take. Now that means that you could potentially get a Magic Item Recycler for half, 250,000 gold of what the current price is for gold on it. So keep that in mind, buy it however you'd like, but I personally would try to get the 25 Prev coins and go from there. So once you purchase that, it's obviously gonna go to your bank and then you can pick it up. I've placed a house here on test to demonstrate even further. You do have to have a house for this. Once you go into your house, you can just lock it down or actually secure the chest by saying, I wish to secure this. And then you would just click it. It needs to be secured in order to work, right? In a house or an in-room. We can go over more of like house commands and things like that in a future video. But either way, once you get it in there, you have here your Magic Item Recycler. In here, I've already put a few items in here just to demonstrate some of the filters and things of that nature. Right here, for instance, let's do this one first. We have an accurate Viking sword. And we have swords already, or weapons already pre-selected, okay? On here, we'll start with the filters first. The way it works is green means go or destroy. Red means stop or don't destroy. We're going to keep anything and everything that has a title of vanquishing, but we're going to destroy anything that does not. Right? Unless it has a supremely title to it, or it is a slayer title to it. So in this case, this accurate Viking sword that we have right here is, let's see, on accuracy, it is green and checked. Therefore, it will be destroyed. If we go on further to the Indestructible defense leather chest, let's see if this one will be destroyed. So what we're gonna do is, earlier we had the weapons selected. Now we're gonna go to armor, okay? Just to check one more time, it is Indestructible defense leather chest, okay? So Indestructible, looks like I currently have that one as green, which means destroy. Okay, that Indestructible tag is not going to stop this from being recycled. Let's see if the defense one does. Nope, there it is under protection. Looks like those are good to destroy. Now let's go to spell books, right? Next in line is a spell book. This one is a potent magic spell book. So the only modifier it has is potent. And it looks like that means green is go. Now, if it would have said exceedingly or supremely, it looks like there's a stop sign on that one, meaning it will not be destroyed if it has said tag. Okay, let's look at the one above it. Indestructible, okay? Indestructible, green means go. So it might be destroyed. Let's keep going. Supremely potent, supremely. So it means it will not be destroyed. And then vanquishing, that looks like it's good to be destroyed. And then greater undead slaying magic spellbook. Oh, shows that any slayers are good to be destroyed. So, or are not good to be destroyed, meaning it will stop it if there is a slayer on it. So if you guys can gather from this, these things down here on the bottom are just going to be your filters for said item types. You have weapons, you have armor, you have spell books, you have bard instruments, which I currently have to just destroy them all, and you have wands, which I have to do the exact same. Now, up here you have dump into the recycler, meaning that if you come back from battle, you know, you can just click this and then click yourself, and it will just dump everything that is recyclable into the magic item recycler, right? Dump into recycler only matching properties. So this one right here, it's going to do, you know, only the ones that are matching the properties of to be recycled. So I don't know if you guys caught it, it's really small, but it sent over the substantial broadsword from my bag. Okay, now there's a key thing to notice here, guys. We have everything identified currently. Now, what you do in order to ID things is you can either use the item ID skill, or if you have a tinker, but not just a tinker with a, you know, item ID skill. He can make identification wands. But what I would suggest, if you have the means to, is finding container ID wands. Now the container ID wands are great because you can literally just put everything you have in a chest, and then what I do is once that chest is full or getting close to full, I use a container ID wand on it and it IDs everything. Then I can just put everything into my magic item recycler, or put everything in there to start with, use the container ID wand, and it will just ID everything. This magic item recycler will not work if something is not ID'd from there, meaning it will not deconstruct it / recycle it. Okay, so the last two things is, one, you'll have begin recycle. Now, if everything I've said is correct, then these three items at the top from our discussion should end up not getting recycled, and everything on the bottom should be recycled. So we're gonna go ahead and begin recycle, and there we go. Those items on the top are still there, and it recycled everything else. Now, it not only gave me the, you know, magic essence, the arcane essence, which is, as you guys know, fuel for our aspects, but it also gave me the resource type that was used to craft it. So ingots, leather, and then there we go, the arcane essence. So now what I want to do is I want to, let's say I want to pull the magic essence because I want to just go ahead and use that. Okay, so I used it. But then I can even do dump out recycler. Let's say that I want to keep everything in a separate chest right next to it. So dump out recycler, and then here's this bag right here, and boom. Now the magic item recycler is clean. And guess what? There's all the items that we had. Now, maybe I organize it a little bit better, but you guys that hang out with me on the stream know that I'm not a very organized person, so, you know, that will probably work for me. But either way, now we've got everything in there set up, organized, and looking pretty. That's the magic item recycler. Thank you, Expo, actually, for giving me the idea to do the magic item recycler video. Long overdue. I definitely, yeah, right when you sent that, I was like, yeah, that one's long overdue. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button on this video, as it does help the YouTube algorithm, not only helping me get discovered, but also UO Outlands. UO Outlands just keeps on growing, and I love every minute of it. But thank you to the Patreons, the subscribers, all that. Now it's time for the beer of the day. This one's a little weird. Sonic Hard Seltzer, ocean water flavor. If you guys have Sonics around you, then you guys know all about Sonic, but I get their ice, actually, and I put that in my whiskey drinks that we drink on Saturdays, whiskey Saturdays, and it's great ice. So when I saw this, and I thought, magic item recycler, recycle, Sonic, whiskey, it doesn't really fit, but in my head it did at the time. So join me in this hard seltzer from Sonic Ocean Water. Skull. I don't know, tastes like coconut and alcohol, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's good. I'm excited to slam a bunch of those on stream for Whiskey Saturday, after the whiskey, of course. Phone start gaming out.